My class recites this pledge. We say the Pledge of Allegiance down around the flag. We say this pledge to ourselves, and immediately right after we say the 9 core values. I do it in both of my classes so that the 6th graders are saying the 9 core values every day. And this actually is from a woman who would be my mentor if she were still alive, and I would find a way to meet her and spend time with her. But she's my mentor in that I have read so much about her, Rosa Parks. And she didn't say all of these words in one particular time, but these are all her words. And ever since I've been teaching, I've taught every class I've taught this pledge. And it says, "This day has been given to be free and clear. I can use it or throw it away. I promise myself I shall use this day to its fullest, realizing it can never come back again. I am the only person who has the power to decide what I will be. I make myself what I am." And if there is any great example of student-empowered learning, this is it. We know that as adults in our scholars' lives, you as their parents, thank you, ma'am, as their mentor teacher, I hopefully have a great impact on their lives. But we also know that there are a lot of unfortunate circumstances that our children may get involved in. I met with a past student of mine. I taught her when she was in 4th grade. Now she's in 8th grade. She is homeless. She lives out of her car. Her mom may be there sometimes, and most of the time she's not. And she's not doing well in school. And so I had her grandmother said, "Mrs. Foreman, would you please meet with her? You're the only teacher that she's ever really loved or that will listen to." So I met with her, and after giving her the biggest hug, tears are rolling down my eyes, tears are coming out of her eyes, I began to recite the pledge to myself. And she just lit up, and she said, "I haven't thought about that in 4 years." And then we said it again, and we said it again. And I told her, no circumstance, no matter how awful it is, and I am sorry that you are in these circumstances, but you have the power to decide who and what you're going to become. Your circumstances will not decide that for you. You have the power to do that. And I really believe that that is student-empowered learning. My scholars last year and this year are already sick of hearing me say, "I can lead the horse to water, but I can't make it drink." And they just go, if I go now, "I can lead the horse," they go, "I know, you can't make us drink." That's right, I can't. My job that I have been commissioned and called to do is to do the very best that I can to teach you the very best lessons that I can. I don't always do the best job of it, but that's my goal. Your job is to learn it, run with it, take it further. You know, I can't do that part for you. You need to do that. And I realized last year that I'd forgotten to tell them that I can lead the horse to water, but I can't make him drink is an idiom, and what an idiom is. And none of them on the STAR test knew what an idiom was. So I tell them, "Oh, I've learned from that," and now I try to tell them about that that's an idiom, it's a saying, blah, 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 blah. Fostering creativity and entrepreneurial spirit. I give them an opportunity to be creative as often as possible. In history, we just had finished learning about the early civilizations, and as we were going through the different stages that the early civilizations went through, they had to do these tasks, and always as a part of the task that they could choose was choose your own. And they would go, "Why do you always let us choose our own?" Well, why not? You know, what do you want to come up with? We get to come up with our own idea as long as it answers this question about the civilization. Come up with your own idea, and those are my favorites. They come up with today, I don't know, some bizarre walking stick with this thing on it. I mean, I understood it, but everybody was, what is that thing? And I just, yes, you know, entrepreneurial spirit, creativity, high standards of academic excellence. You know, unfortunately, we here at John Adams Academy, we call it like it is. If a student's not doing well, if a scholar's not doing well, we call it, that's what it is. You're just not doing very well. You're not coming to the table. You're not exhibiting some student-powered learning. So we're not going to just give them that C. I love that at our school, a D is not passing here at John Adams Academy. You need to maintain C's and hopefully above. And we make it possible that if they are putting in the time and the effort, you can get a C. It takes time and effort. But we will not accept a D. We will not accept an F. That isn't passing. They're going to have to repeat some classes if that's what's going on in their life. Modeling what we teach. An example real quickly of I had a class that they failed a grammar test, and I thought, ooh. So I thought, well, I could have looked at it and thought, why did they fail so badly? And then I thought, well, maybe I didn't teach it very well. So I said, okay, guys, we need to have a little talk. I need to hear from you why you didn't do very well on this test. What is it that I need to learn? What is it that I need to do to teach you differently? And they had all kinds of suggestions. Great. I wrote them down. I can do that one. I said, I can do that. I can change that. And then afterwards I said, now, are you willing and ready to hear from me what you need to do differently? And I said, if you're not, tell me, and I'll let you figure it out. No, we want it here. So it was that give and take. I need to hear from you what it is that I need to do to help you be more successful. And then, what is it that you need to do to be more successful? I model respect. I let them know that I respect them. I don't just demand respect because I am an adult or because I am a teacher. My firm philosophy is that I need to earn that right to be heard. And I know that may go against what some think, that yes, our children should respect us because we are adults or because we are teachers. But I also want them to know that I want to earn that respect, and I work really hard to do that. Abundance mentality. There is time, money, and enough love. Even when I don't like them. I didn't like them today. I didn't like any of them. There was none that I liked. And I had to really dig down deep. I had to sit at my desk, and thank heavens there was the mentoring time where I could collect myself. And I thought, okay, I may not right now like them, love them. I don't really want to be with them. But this is where I've been called to be. And it's down there somewhere, Carla Borman. You find it, you pull it out, and you bring it forth for the rest of the day. And there is enough time, enough money, enough love, enough of whatever you need if you can do that. I hear all the time, well, I just didn't have time to study. Oh, no, you did. You didn't take time. There's in the car, going to and from your soccer practice. You need to use that. Find it. It's abundant. It's there. Take it. And maintaining a culture of greatness. We have really tried to work hard on being in uniform and being proud of being in their uniform. Turning in your very best work. That's a big one for me. Do you really think this page that's torn is your very best work if it's a final copy? If it's a rough draft, sloppy copy, whatever you want to call it, okay, fine. But if this is a final copy, is this your best that you can give me? And if they say, yes, that's my best, well, I say, okay, I beg to differ. But one last thing, and then I promise I'm going to be done. I've made up for Kinder's time, probably too. And now I don't really remember where I was going to put this, but I told Kim Martin that I was going to say about her precious son, Nicholas, who I love dearly. I love that last year there was a ballot on the okay, wait a minute, hang on. There was a measure on the ballot, and Nicholas came up and said, Mrs. Borman, how are you going to vote? And I looked at him and I said, well, Nicholas, I'm going to vote, I'm going to talk to you about that I'm going to vote some way different, I'm sure, than you would vote. And I said, so I just want to let you know that up front, and do you want to hear what I have to say? And I said, because it's going to go against what you think, or with what your family believes. Yeah, I want to hear what you have to say. So I told him. I told him why I was going to vote this way, and he said to me, okay, so first of all I told him how I was going to vote, and he goes, why are you voting that way? And so I told him, and he listened, I mean intently, he listened. Wow, I'd never thought about that before. And I said, right, I said, now I know there's a lot of people that disagree with me, and I want you to go home and I want you to talk with your family about this, you know, and I want you to get their side of it, because I knew that as a family, his family would more than likely be voting differently than I was. But I just loved that we had that conversation, and that he respected and wanted to listen to why I was voting this way. He knows that I have very strong convictions, more to the right than to the left, but on this issue, I'm on the left. And I told him why I was. And I just loved that we had that respect for each other, and that we were able to have that dialogue, and that's what John Adams is. It's not, this is what you will believe and why you will believe it, but this is, we can have these great conversations and make each other better. Now, I don't think I changed Nicholas's mind, and I didn't really want to change Nicholas's mind, but I wanted the healthy dialogue, and that's what we had, and it was really exciting. And we have since had more dialogue. You know, he comes in and he goes, well, who are you voting for? I bet I can guess. And I said, no, you can't guess who I'm voting for, because I'm voting for the same person you're voting for, and here's why. And so it's fun. And he's seeing, okay, well, you can kind of think two different things, and it's okay. That's what makes our country great, and that's what makes John Adams Academy great. Thank you.